My name is Father Albert. I'm from a traditional Dominican community in Belgium, the Dominicans of the Holy Rosary. And I'm here at the Fatima Center to answer some of your questions. Is it true that confession and communion by the Society of St. Pius X is not allowed or is not valid? Why did the Pope say that he was allowing them to hear confession for a year? Very good question. First of all, is communion of the Society of St. Pius X valid? Yes, and everyone agrees with that. The Rome certainly accepts that because they are validly ordained priests, and to consecrate validly, it's sufficient to be validly ordained. So the problem isn't so much with communion, but with confession. Because in order to validly confess someone, a priest has to have what's called jurisdiction. That is, he has to be the superior, in a certain sense, over the person whom he confesses. Because what happens in confession is, in the name of God, you forgive the sins of this person. So you have to have authority over that person in order to exercise this place of God with his regard. So it's true that in order to confess validly, a priest has to have jurisdiction. However, jurisdiction can be given by a bishop or by the Pope, but it can also, in certain cases, be given by the Church herself directly in certain particular circumstances. For example, if someone is dying and asked to go to confession, any priest can receive their confession validly, because in her law, in canon law, the Church gives this jurisdiction to this priest in those circumstances. So that's what's called supplied jurisdiction. With regard to the Society of St. Pius X, it's true that, at least before the Pope made this gesture last year to decree that their confessions were valid, before that, the Society always based their practice of hearing confessions of the faithful on this supplied jurisdiction, because in the present crisis in the Church, the souls of the faithful are in danger. There's a certain necessity that they have to receive the sacraments, and in particular confession, from these traditional priests who are refused jurisdiction by the bishops because they are traditional. Now, these people, if they went to their parish church, first of all, they might not even find a priest who will be willing to hear their confession. And if they do, these priests might very well lead them astray because they don't really teach them the true faith. And they would also perhaps turn them away from going to these traditional priests who can teach them the true faith and give them the true sacrament. So there's a certain danger to their souls. And so the Society has always based its apostolic activity on this supplied jurisdiction that the Church gives in these special circumstances where the souls of people are in danger. With regard to the second question about why did the Pope say he was allowing them to hear confession for a year, it was originally with regard in relation to the year of mercy. But when the year of mercy was over, he also extended it now. If I understood correctly, he has changed it a little bit. Now, it's simply that if a person asks a society priest for confession, the church gives him the jurisdiction he needs. It's not really the society that has a jurisdiction. It's by law or even by the Pope. It's simply that the church supplies this jurisdiction in that case. I hope that answers your question. Pray to Our Lady to enlighten you, to help you. May God bless you.